Alright, you guys, today I'm gonna go ahead and wet polish this cool crystal I found the other day. I was just walking through a riverbed out in the desert and I picked this pink crystal up. And it is translucent as well. Let me show you that. So there we go there. So I thought maybe I would try something new. I'm going to use these diamond grip pads starting with 50, going from 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and then down to 3000 grit. 50 being the roughest, going to do the most grinding. All the way to 3000 will be the smoothest. It's going to put the glossy glass shine on it that I'm going to be looking for. And I just want to see how good I can get this cool crystal to look using this wet polisher. Usually you hook a water hose up to it and you have the on and off valve that will turn the water on and off that shoots out of it into the discs. I'm going to try something new this time. I'm going to go ahead and put these grinding pads on here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my water going, and I'm just going to dip the crystal in the water, straight to the pad and grind it, straight to the water, straight to the pad and grind it, and we'll go ahead and show you bits and pieces of that as we're doing it. I won't bore you with the entire thing. It'll take probably about an hour to go through all these steps. So let's go ahead and get started and see what it looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and start with step 1, 50 grit. Well, I'm going to turn on the reset on it. Alright, we're good there. Put a little bit of water on there, get a little bit of going on it. Alright. We're just going to go with its natural design. I'm not going to create nothing spectacular of my own. I'm just going to keep its natural look and just get it all smoothed out. Again, grip 1, 50 grit. So far, it's looking like. So far, so good. See what it looks like there. Let's see what it does here. Translucent light on the shining through it, what that helps you see is how many fractures you might have in a crystal. What I saw was that the translucent light went all the way through it without any lines showing up or any light being broken. That kind of tells me that it is not broken or fractured on its way through. So I should be able to get a nice high gloss shine to this crystal, and I'm just curious to see how high gloss shine I can get it to have. So let's see now what it's looking like on this side here. So far so good. I'm going to keep hitting it with this step 50, and then I'll bring you back when we're getting ready to start step 2, 100 grit. Alright. That'll about do it. Okay, so that is step 1. So far we got all the fine scratches and just just deep valleys and stuff. All that stuff is out. We've roughed it out. I'm going to go ahead and start the 100 grit now, and we'll go ahead and take care of that, put that on, and get this shined up on 100 grit, and then we'll show you what it looks like then. This is just one step so far, 6 more to go. Alright, put the 100 grit pad on. We'll go ahead and fire her up. Go ahead and get started with the 100 grit. We'll go through the process. We'll show you what she looks like when she's all done with step number 2, 100 grit. Alright, that's going to do it for step 2. So let's see how she's looking so far. Step 2 is completed. Just kind of finished getting the rougher stuff. Got all the scratches out completely. It seems to me like the next 5 steps is just gonna get the really deep micro scratches out, all the way down to step 1500 and step 3000. Those 2 steps are going to be mainly the deep polish. The 3000 is going to be the high gloss, the ultimate step. You got to have the 3000 step, and then even buff afterwards if you want to even bring it out just a tad bit more. So let's go ahead and get started now on the 3rd step, which will be 200. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on it. We'll show you what it looks like again when we're all done. It's just a quick swap out. You know, again, I just swap out to the new disc. I go ahead, throw a little bit of water on it. You know, it's not going to hurt it. This is a wet polisher. I'm just using it in a different process for bigger rocks, bigger things. Take it outside, hook a hose up to it, let it do its job. For this process here, just kind of bench polishing at this point. And we're now going on to step 3, 200 grit. Next will be step 400, and on from there. We'll bring it back to you when we're about done. Alright, we are about done with step 3 on this. Looking really good so far. I'm really liking it. And it's cool, these polishing pads, they're diamond grit. They're really like a hard plastic. You can see what it looks like, and it's spinning around a high rate of speed. But you can see, I'm touching it. It's not damaging my skin at all. But it sure will dig into this stone. Diamond grit pads that just rip into rock and polish away. But you can see it doesn't affect the skin. You know, you don't want to hold it there, just tapping it. But you see, so it looks dangerous. It looks like, oh no, his fingers are right there. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to get a fingernail jammed this way, because it will rip your fingernail back. It'll just pop it back. Owie. So that you really want to be careful for. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I don't want it to. So let's go ahead and shut this one off. We're finished up with this. You're done. 200 grit. 400 grit. Swap it out, right? Process is easy. Get the pad wet. Show the viewers what the stone looks like after the 3rd step. Now we're on to the 4th step, 400 grit. So far she's looking beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Fire her up. Go ahead and get started. And then we will be back shortly. grit. Looking really good. We have 3 steps left. 800, 1500, and 3000. You see, when it hits your skin when you're doing it, when your finger hits, it startles you and you jump. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do any damage at all. You know, maybe if it was a dry grinding pad, but this is a wet diamond disc, and it's not the real heavy steel disc, heavy grit. So that'll probably do some damage. Or not too dangerous. So far, we are done with the 100 grit. Or excuse me, the 50 grit, the 100 grit, the 200 grit, and we just finished a 400 grit. So far, so good. Look at that. I still have 3 steps to go. Oh, she gonna look so pretty when I'm done. Right in there, all that rose. Look at that. Wait till she's done. See the crystals in there? Ooh, they're gonna glaze. They're gonna glisten when it's done. Oh, this is cool. I can't wait. Alright guys, stay tuned. We have something cool. And please subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to hit the bell. That way every time I post a video you get an alert. And like my videos. I'd like to continue doing this. It's so much fun, and I'd like to just you know, for you guys that like to do this but can't get out and do it, I know how it is to want to just watch somebody else do it. I do the same thing. I'm just trying to provide some of the downtime that I like to turn to when I'm bored. So please subscribe, like my videos, and let's move on to the next step, 800. I'm going to swap that out. It's a quick swap out like I said before. Bam, 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 bam. 800's on there. A little bit wet. Get some of that water off of there. We're going to move on to 800. Everybody. Knock this one out. So good looking. Alright, go ahead and hang tight with me. It's almost done. We are going to get to the action here at the end. It has not fragmented. It has not broke. There's no deep gouging or anything. It's perfectly smooth, like a baby's butt all the way around. It's so slick. And now, these next 3 steps, it's just the micro scratches are coming out now. And the 1500 and the 3000, those are just putting a fine polish to it. So please stay tuned, and we'll get it done here in a minute. Alright, we are just about finished here with step number 5. Woohoo! So close. 2 steps to go. 15 and 3000. 2 steps to go. Alright. Okay, I have not yet shot a stone out of my hand, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point. They get so slick, it's just hard to hold on to. You know, eventually I'm sure, and it's going to suck because right on the other side there, concrete, I should probably put some padding down there or a towel or something, that way if the stone flies out of my hand, when it lands down there, it won't break or shatter or chip. You know, that's what I should do. Alright. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay. Look at it, look at it. 2 steps to go. My fingers are starting to get all wrinkly from being all wet, but look how pretty she's getting. Alright, let's move on to the next step, 1500, and then we have 3000 when we're done with that. Put 2 steps over here, bam, bam, 1500, Velcro pad, down she goes. Alright, let's move on to the next step. 1500. Fire her up. Oh, getting excited. I'm skipping my own steps that I've created. Wet the pad. Fire her up. Get her wet. And then get the polishing now. Now we are seriously polishing. I'm going to put a little extra time into the detail here. You know, you can never polish too long. The more, the better. Obviously, polishing. So I'm going to go ahead and take my time doing these next two steps, and I will bring you in towards the end and show you what we're having. And we're so close now. And then I'll show you how translucent it is when it's all done. Let's just see if it's brighter than I had it looking before, now that it's all ground down and polished to a fine, glistening stone. Alright, alright, we are about done with the sixth step. 1500 grit. Now we are about to move on to the final step, the 3000 grit. And the really ultimate step after the 3000 grit is I'm just going to put a quick buff to it, just with a thick cotton sweater, something like that. I'll just buff it real quick, just a couple minutes, really polishing in that shine. So let's see what she looks like now. After just finishing the 800 grit, excuse me, 1500 polishing pad. Okay, so that's what she looks like now. Wow, you see how pretty those crystals are. The high gloss shine right there. That's where you could really see the really. That is pretty. One more step to go. We'll see how good it looks after the final polishing wet pad stage. 3000. Dun, 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 dun. 3000 grit. Here we go. The final polishing pad, and you can hear it smooth. There's basically no grit at all in it. It's just a pad basically with micro grit in it, just to put that fine polish onto this stone. And then we will see just how translucent it is when we're done. And we are so close to seeing, even in its, I was going to say we were so close from going from beauty to the beast, or beast to beauty, but it wasn't really a beast to begin with. It was a really beautiful rock slash crystal gemstone. So let's go ahead and start the final polishing stage, and again, I'm going to take my time on this final stage here, so we will bring you back here shortly and show you just what she looks like in the finished product. And I'm excited, we're so close. Please stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, touch that little bell next to subscribe once you subscribe, and you'll be alerted to notifications every time I post a video. And I love doing this. Let's continue, and we'll bring you back shortly. Thank you very much. Alright, we're almost done with the final step. I've been doing this final step, 3000 grit now, for probably about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Really trying to get as much detail out of it as I can, and I think I'm doing a good job so far. So let's go ahead and turn it off and see what we got. Let's see the difference from the beginning to the end. Check it out. show you what it looks like wet. We'll go ahead and dry her off and see just how shiny it is in the dry state. Wow. Let's set her down here. Get a little bit better view so it doesn't focus in on my hand. It's really pretty. It's got like a whiteness to the top part of it. The crystal there. And then you can see the pink in there. The pink is all around it. It's like a sunrise stone. It's like a pinkish, orangish color. She's very pretty. Okay, I'm going to dry the stone and we'll be right back. Okay, one thing I've noticed is that without it being wet, I can really see the detail in it. Let me see here. Let's put it over here and bring it in. So it went from rough to a nice, shiny, glossy piece of jewelry stone. And within, I'd say, going through the 7 pads, probably took me about 45 minutes. Not long at all. And like you see the fractures in it, that's all internal, and that's not a fracture, that's color change. Internal crystals, but it's a solid through and through crystal. And let me show you the test that I do to see myself if it is in fact a crystal that has 0 fractures in it. Give me just a second. Let me set you down. Get set up with the flashlight. And there we go. The stone, translucent, very bright. You don't see any fractures in it at all. No breaks. Just straight, bright crystal. Let me focus on it there. So pretty. Well, look at that side. You can see the crystals in it, even with the translucency. Let me see if I can flip it over real quick. There we go. And that darker area is the more solid color in the stone itself. See when I kill the light. So pretty. So pretty. Alright, so that is a stone from rough to polished, 7 grit, diamond grit polishing pads in less than an hour. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, everybody. It's been my pleasure, and have a great day.